It's essay time. Will for the first time and regret it within days. Days of regret. So what game did he wail on? Honkai Star Rail. Like most, I was caught up in the Star Rail hype. Okay, honestly, it was pretty warranted, exceeded a lot of my expectations. I was playing a few days and was really having a lot of fun. Okay, start off with a good story first, so I used that to convince myself that for the first time ever, it is okay to finally wail. Because this is a quality game with a ton of longevity. It's fun, love the writing and characters, etc. Goal was to get my desired 5-star units, which was all but one. Before I knew it, I had shelled out shy of 3,000 US dollars within a few hours. Before this, the most I've ever spent on a gacha over the years at one time was probably $50 to $60, and for a single game, maybe $150 over 18 months or so. This was a new territory for me. Needless to say, of course with some luck involved, I got everything I wanted, amongst other things I didn't realize I would also want. From a player standpoint, I was ecstatic as I had now cranked an account that's surely going to go a long way. I further justified my actions, telling myself there's no need to ever spend money on the game again, because going off of Genshin, even launch free-to-play characters are still useful, super useful today. It was fine. I felt great and all until I hit end of the game, literally the next day. The following day after that, I started climbing up the daily tasks and quests that pop up. Now, I've done everything there is to do. All quests are done. All simulated universe are done and easily farmable. Only challenge is Memory of Chaos, which is going to need some more equilibrium levels to push further out. Point is, I am basically down to doing my dailies for 10 to 20 minutes, and that's it. I feel like an absolute dunce. I paid to get a crank account only to make everything so easy that's literally now boring. I have nothing to do. I will log onto the game and just run around the maps fighting mobs and killing them in like 5 seconds because there's nothing else to do. I could have bought a new gaming PC, I could have bought Xbox, PS5 and Nintendo Switch with that money, and would have honestly gotten more value for it. I am in full regret. I am an idiot. I've seriously got to stop playing gachas. This is rough. This is $3,000. Buyer regret, no refund. True, no refund. Once you buy, you buy. I can't imagine myself make enough money to think of using this amount in a game. I even have problem to spend the equivalent of $40, and most of the time I regret it when I think that I could buy later in the sale. I know, right? Especially if you live in a country which average monthly salary is only like $200 per month or less. I spent $6,000 on Azur Lane. The only regret I have is that god tier skins aren't enough to keep me occupied. It got boring, cause the game kinda stagnated and the game becomes a chore. Wait, that's just what OP said. Spending some money is fine on the gacha, but that's really bad case of impulsive buying on FOMO that you just did. At least you learn it the hard way. In any case, I hope this doesn't impact you in any way other than minor regret, cause $3,200 is not a small amount. This will happen again because there will be more interesting characters to gacha for as the game progresses. I highly recommend quitting, but if you really enjoy Honkai Star Rail, just remind yourself of the opportunity cost the next time you are itching to spend money to pull. Is a pixelated character worth a vacation, a new PC or console, or down payment to a car? Paid to suck the fun out of the game, everything he will ever have to do in the game will be mind-numbingly stupid, easy and boring. I could understand someone paying to get some new characters and fun way to play, but seeing how he spent 3k, it was more than likely all about power. This is the thing people often repeating as an argument against whaling. It takes the challenge away and makes it boring. Turns out, these people were right all along. Seriously though, the game released just recently and you seem to have rushed through the content, you'd likely have gotten to this point soon even without spending. The bright side is that you now have the characters you wanted, so presumably the characters you like and enjoy playing with, so when the new content drops, you're gonna have fun again. Take this as a valuable lesson, but don't cry over spilled milk. I do think that Genshin and Honkai Star Rail is a lot of people's first gacha game. So when you get this kind of new people coming in that have never played any other gacha before, they might fall into the trap. Like not everybody is like a, like a gacha veteran or gacha expert. Some people is like Actually, this is the first gacha that I play. The games are good, the only bad thing is the gacha. The gacha is how it earns money, right? How it can basically suck players in. See if you can refund and just quit the game. Other than that, don't fall into sunk cost fallacy and think that you invested $3,200, so you need to keep playing or spending. Just accept the money is gone and don't dig deeper. So he got to have fun and dopamine hits. Now that there's the fall of regret, he does a chargeback. That's like going to a bar, getting effed up and wasted, regretting it, and then asking the bartender for their money back since they don't enjoy the experience now. Lol. That's some really entitled shit right there. OP knew that he was doing so. For him to do a chargeback is wrong AF. This wasn't a case of didn't get the product that was advertised, so I need a refund. He got exactly what he wanted and now has to just take it with a grain of salt, to be honest. You have a great point, but also gacha games are literally made to entice this behavior and pushing their products on kids without any kind of regulation. So who's to blame? But this guy is not a kid though. But he's not a child. I agree that gacha is predatory and I'm not condoning the practices of gacha. MiHoYo didn't put a gun to his head and force him to spend. Sila did. There has to be consequences for those actions as a functioning adult emo. MiHoYo is a billion-dollar company and didn't sell him physical goods like a bar. They literally didn't lose anything by him refunding. Consequences to actions does not work for stuff like gambling addiction. This is why it is an addiction that ruins lives. They keep going despite those consequences. OP refunding will get him most likely banned too, and he can just quit while he's ahead. You aren't going to get any sympathy for a gambling simulator company from me. The difference is that at the bar, you get a real life drink. And you know, when you drink, you get drunk. Maybe when you're an alcohol addict, you shouldn't go to a bar unsupervised. But OP doesn't seem like a gacha addict, and it was a moment of uncontrolled spending. You don't spend 3.2k at a bar. That's a life-changing amount of money for some people. The creators of Honkai don't lose real-life objects like fruit or alcohol. It's all digital, and thus they don't make any losses if you charge back. Wow! Charge back. Let's go. Think of the poor gacha company. Why are we acting like a grown man is incapable of making good financial decisions? Especially coming from Genshin. Why drop 3.2k on Star Rail if he's not a content creator? Dropping bans on Star Rail with no PvP is a decision he knowingly made. Not like Hoyo was holding a gun to his head. Yeah, I feel like this goes both ways, right? What both sides saying is true. Some people saying that he should refund. And if he refund, yeah, sure, MiHoYo doesn't lose much, or Hoyoverse doesn't lose much because they are a multi-billion company. But at the same time, like, it is also not morally right because you get the product. It's just that you regret it. I don't know. It's a bit weird. It's a bit of a thin line right here, right? So yeah, let me know what you guys think overall of this particular post right here. I'll link it to you guys in the description below if you guys want to read the entire thing for yourself. Hopefully there's a lesson to be learned here. So yeah, subscribe if you guys haven't already. Give this video a like and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.